What's up there, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to be playing some more VGC 2018 with the Not Good team, and I think I'm going to be using it for at least this episode and the next episode, and then I'm going to switch to another team. Even if it's a QR team, I kind of want to test different cores out to see what I'm comfortable with. I'm very comfortable with this team. I have played well over 100 games with this team because I started playing with this team in my Sun and Moon cart. So we're going to hop right on the ladder right here, have two good last episodes with this team. Hopefully we could do pretty well and not completely tank our record, because it's okay. I would have rather have gotten into the 1600s at least with this team, and hopefully we do, because that's where I was at in I think it was Pokemon Moon. I'd actually gotten into like the lower 1600s. I think it was like somewhere around like 1630 before the ratings had reset in Pokemon Sun, before Pokemon Sun and Ultra Moon came out. So we're going to be playing against a player from Japan, 1629, and it's like 5:30 in the morning in Japan. So they're either not sleeping or they just woke up to play some Pokemon before they go to school. So interesting team, QR code team. It's a lot of QR code teams, probably because not many people have the opportunity to get the mons in the game that they want, at least the competitive ones. So it's going to be a team of Hitmontop, Cresselia, Landorus, Charizard, Koko, and Stakataka. Now this could very well be Charizard Y, Sunny Day, Cresselia, Helping Hand Cresselia with the heat waves as well. Helping Hand Cresselia with the Earthquakes on the Landorus. Fake Out support with the Hitmontop. It's going to be an interesting one because he's got a Stakataka, and we've seen against Edo that I don't have a very strong matchup against Stakataka. None whatsoever. Although Stakataka actually doesn't have the HP stats, that high of a HP stat, so if he does lead the Stakataka, I can kind of take advantage of that. Hopefully it doesn't protect and go for a Final Gambit into it, because nothing is immune to a Final Gambit on this team. Does the Mimikyu really help out at all? Well, I can go for Taunts, Z-move, I guess. Not really, so I'm going to bring the Aromatisse instead, so I can support my camera up a bit better. And Bulu really doesn't do much in this match other than switch the terrain, and nothing's really taking super effective damage from a Horn Leech on his team. Now, I could have brought it for the Stakataka, but I do have high horsepower on my Snorlax, so I'm not worrying about that right now. So let's see how well we can play this against our first opponent of the night, and hopefully we do well. So Charizard and the Hitmontop. Now, the Hitmontop has to go for the Fake Out into the Staraptor, and Charizard Y will probably go for like an Overheat or just a... Where does he go for the Fake Out into the Aromatisse? He actually could go for the Fake Out into the Staraptor, allow me to get up Trick Room, and then switch in his Stakataka onto his Charizard slot, which actually would not be a bad play whatsoever. So I kind of want to read the play for him to go into the Stakataka, but I have the Snorlax and I do have the camera up, so let's go for the Trick Room, because the Stakataka, as we've seen, it didn't do too much damage to the Aromatisse, and it's not going to be doing too much damage to the camera up with the Gyro Balls. But he can go for Rock Slide flinches. So let's see how this how he wants to play this one out. He is going to Mega Evolve. He's going to give me the Sun, actually. So it's one less thing I have to do. So I don't have to get up the Sunny Day with my Aromatisse. Then I could just go for Heal Pulses, because I'd expect my camera up to take some chip damage right here, probably from like a Heat Wave and a Fake Out. Fake Outs into the Staraptor. Yep. Okay. And he's going to go for an Overheat into the Aromatisse, like I thought. We should be able to survive this. Or we should just get KO'd. So that's that could be a roll. I'm a little surprised that KOs. I'm very surprised that KOs. I'm actually gonna bring my Staraptor in right here. Gonna get the Intimidate down on the Hitmontop. Charizard could very well protect right here, but the Hitmontop again really isn't doing too much, and I can go for the safe Eruption right here, because I feel like if anything, he has to go for the attack into the Staraptor. So I'm going to Mega Evolve, go for an Eruption right here. Him on top really can't do too much to the Camerupt. I don't think there's a tech move that he could possibly do right here, right? I mean, if he goes for a Wide Guard, he's just protecting his Hitmontop, but the Charizard's going to get KO'd. I'm going to go for Final Gambit right here. Yeah, because anything that he switches on that slot, barring the Cresselia, is going to be taken down. He could switch into Cresselia and go for a Wide Guard, which would probably be a smart play, because then again, the Earth Power isn't going to be affecting the Charizard. Man, I'm just surprised that the Aromatisse gets taken out by the Overheat in the Sun from the Charizard. So that's a calculation I could definitely run. Information that I'm finding out. Okay, the Charizard's going to go for a Protect, which is kind of predictable. I'm going to go for a Final Game into that slot. Let's see what the Close Combat, probably into Disruptor. Yeah. Double Intimidate. It's not going to do too much. The Eruption should be doing a lot of damage to the Hitmontop, probably taking it out, I'd assume. Yeah. Alright, so who does he bring in here? Doesn't necessarily want to bring in a Stakataka. I can go for an Earth Power into that. Probably the Cresselia, if anything. Because he can go for a Helping Hand Heat Wave. Final Gambit's not going to be able to take out the Charizard. Landorus, okay. So, as you're seeing right here, this team could fall apart very easily if I don't get up Trick Room, and I didn't get up Trick Room right there. Mimikyu probably was a better lead because I can't be faked out, and he can't take me out with the Eruption. I would have been able to get up the Trick Room without a doubt in my mind. I would have been able to get my Camerupt in. I would be under the Trick Room. Doesn't look like he brought the Stakataka. I'd be able to Eruption freely, go for Earth Powers and such. So I think the Mimikyu was the call right here. I just was not anticipating him to be able to take out my Aromatisse with one hit on the first turn. I did call the fake out correctly, though. So, what should I do right here? Obviously, I have to protect right here. And, whatever Final Gambit, I guess, into the Landorus. So the Camerupt's going to protect, so therefore the Landorus is going to be able to protect. The Landorus will have like 30 or so HP left, which probably could be cleaned up by a Snorlax. Yeah, that's in range for a Snorlax return. Let's see what the Landorus goes for. Rock Slide. Okay, so it could very well be choiced. And Charizard goes for an Overheat. Charizard is at -2 special attack, which actually is pretty good. Snorlax is going to come in right here. Double up into the Snorlax, won't be able to take it out. Could very well go for a Recycle. Because he could feel like he is pretty safe in here. I'm going to go for a Heat Wave. I'm going to hope he's choice. He's locked into Rock Slide. And I'm going to go for a Heat Wave. And do I go for a Return, actually, as well? Going to go for the Return into the Charizard. Hope he's choice with his Landorus. Let's see what happens right here. Charizard might actually switch out. No, the Landorus switches out. Okay. Into the Stakataka. Stakataka is going to be taking a lot of damage right here. Overheat probably into the Snorlax. Okay. Doesn't even bring me down the berry. Heat Wave's going to go off. It's going to do probably, I'd imagine, half to the Stakataka. We are in Sun. Wow, yeah. And the Return's going to go off into the Charizard. Let's see if this actually KOs the Charizard. Yep, it KOs the Charizard. So now Landorus is going to have to lock itself into an attack. And he's not going to want to lock himself into Earthquake. You know what? He might want to lock himself into Earthquake right here. Because his Landorus is his only win condition. So probably Earthquake Protect, and then Earthquake the following turn. And an Earthquake actually can't take out my Camerupt. As far as I'm aware, it can't take out my Camerupt. So I'm going to go for a Heat Wave right here. And should I go for the Recycle? I'm going to go for the Return into the Landorus. I'm just going to like do a double up right here. I don't think the Earthquake... No, he Rock Slides. Okay. Let's see if we flinch here with the Camerupt, because Camerupt is going next in the turn order. If I'm able to not flinch and connect my Heat Wave on at least the Stakataka... Oh, Snorlax is faster. Okay, never mind. So the Landers is going to be taken out right here. So the camera up does flinch, unfortunately. And Stakataka goes for a Rock Slide, too. Yeah, it's not going to be doing all too much. It does a lot more damage, of course, because it's Stab. And it's Life Orb. Okay. So there's no way that you can win this game because one more, even if he goes for a Gyro Ball, it's not going to knock out my Snorlax. Not even going to risk the high horsepower miss right here because the return will be able to KO it. I'm going to be able to outspeed the Stakataka with both my Pokemon. So I was assuming the Stakataka to be brought. I'm sorry, to not be brought right here because I have the high. I mean, you can't guarantee the Snorlax is going to have high horsepower, but majority of them do carry high horsepower. I have the Camerupt, which just naturally outspeeds it, even if I'm min speed, because you want to run min speed Stakataka. So outside of the Trick Arm, I'd be able to get off an Earth Power. Even if you're Shooked Berry, it still should be able to take it to Stakataka because of its low HP stat and its 4 times super effective weakness to ground and its Stab and Sheer Force boosted with my Camerupt. Like I was saying, I think in one of the episodes prior, when I was facing a opponent that was playing really risky with his Heatran, not protecting against my Camerupt when I can outspeed it on their Trick Room, and even if it's Shooked Berry, I still don't think it survives because it is 4 times super effective. Sheer Force boosted and its Stab. Camerupt is just very, very powerful. Alright, so Simo from Italy is going to have a team of Tapu Fini, the Ferrothorn, Naganadel, the Xurkitree, Como-o, and the Medicham. Okay, so the Medicham probably is going to be Mega. We're going to see the Z move on the Como-o. Don't have Wide Guard, unfortunately. I do have a lot of fairies, though. I have 3 fairies. The Ferrothorn should not be brought. I really don't think the Ferrothorn should be brought right here against my Camerupt. Fini's going to be brought. I think the Fini, the Naganadel, Como-o, and the Medicham comes here. Does he have a surefire way of getting rid of my Mimikyu? Because I could bring the Mimikyu to get some good damage off, possibly taking the Medicham out. I have to pick. So this is what I'm going to bring right here. I'm bringing the Mimikyu in the front because he can't fake it out. He won't be able to... his Naganadel is the fastest thing on his team, so it's not like he can go for a fake out Sludge Bomb into it to KO it. He's going to have to go for the Sludge Bomb into the Mimikyu in order to take out its Disguise to take it out. And it does a lot of damage to the Medicham, and the Como-o can hit it with its Z move. Yep, so we see the Naganadel and the Medicham in the front. So, likely going to go for, again, a fake out into the Staraptor, and then probably, like, I'd imagine Sludge Bomb or something like that into... Naganadel doesn't have Taunt, does it? I think Medicham gets Taunt, but you don't necessarily want to run it on Medicham. You probably want to run, like, fake out and some punching attacks, then Headbutt or something like that. But, yeah, I'm just going to go for the straight-up play of going for a... I don't have the access to the Sunny Day. I don't think it's necessary on his team, other than maybe the Fini. But I think Mimikyu is the call right here. I think Mega Medicham is faster than my my Mimikyu, and I did switch up my Mimikyu actually. I switched up the Ghost EMZ with Destiny Bond. All right, fake out into the Staraptor. Yep, that does a lot of damage. Probably into no. All right, so doubles up into the Camerupt. Yeah, and he gets the poison too. So, over the course of and I don't think Life Orb is a good item on Naganadel, just in my opinion, because it's just so frail. It is just way too frail. So I'm gonna assume that the Medicham is Never-Ending Nightmare. I'm gonna assume that the Medicham is faster than my Mimikyu. I'm hoping that it's faster than my Mimikyu. I think it is faster. I'm not going to look up his stats or anything like that. I'm not going to be able to do that in a tournament, so it's not. I don't feel like it's necessary right here unless like I was in like a dire situation. So I'm going to Mega Evolve right here. See if the Nuggetbridge protects. I assume it will. It may not. Anticipating a Fire Type attack because it'll be yep. So I'll be able to take out the Nuggetbridge. So if the Medicham goes for an attack into the Camerupt, it's okay. And I am. Okay, so we did call that correctly. I am faster with my Mimikyu. So this is going to be super effective. This is Timid based off of Shadow Ball. So it's not going to be as powerful as a Shadow Claw, Adamant, or Jolly. Never Ending Nightmare would be, but I don't think Medicham is actually that bulky. Yeah, we're able to take it out. Is that a critical hit? If that was a critical hit, it may have mattered. And the Mimikyu's disguise is still up. Although Mimikyu isn't the slowest Pokemon under the Trick Room, it's still able to absorb an attack because its disguise is up. Alright, so Ferrothorn's going to cause a problem right here because it's going to actually be faster. Ferrothorn can actually start seeding up. It's gonna I'm not running min speed Camerupt. If I was running min speed Camerupt, we'd be speed tying with the Ferrothorn. So Ferrothorn could very well go for a Power Whip into the Camerupt just to take it out. I have to preserve the. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go for a. Look for a Shadow Ball into the Feeny. We're going to get some chip onto the Feeny. I'm going to try to burn. Now I'm going to try to burn some rooms. Some turns of Trick Room. I wanted to also match the Ferrothorn's Protect. To kind of scare it the next turn. Although he still can't switch out. Muddy Water is going to go off. Mimikyu avoids what absolutely is huge because my disguise is still up. That does a considerable amount of damage, gets a special defense decrease, which is always nice. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for... Alright, let's play this correctly here. 2 more turns of Trick Room. My Camerupt is going to go down right here, unfortunately. So, I'm going to go for... Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for... Come on, dude. Taunt right here. And then I'm going to switch into my Snorlax. I'm going to Belly Drum on the next turn. I'm going for a taunt so he can't seed my Snorlax next turn. He's going to go for a double protect. I don't think that's what he wanted to do right there because he has the potential to speed tie with my Camerupt. Probably wanting to meet, probably wanting to me to go down on a poison. But I wanted to preserve my Camerupt for the Ferrothorn. So, are you serious? Wow, man, the past couple of days, I have been getting, like, I know people bitch about getting hacked out, but, like, I have all of the right to getting double burned. I've been getting burned off of flamethrowers. I've been getting double accuracy dropped. I've been getting crit left and right. And I've been getting nothing going my way. Which is very, 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 very frustrating. Okay, so I'm going to Belly Drum right here. What does the Ferrothorn really do against me? Probably Leech Seed me, which I was trying to prevent the previous turn. The taunt had missed. I'm going to go for a Destiny Bond right here. Trying to think, do I go for a Destiny Bond and then I go for the Trick Room so that I would take advantage of the Destiny Bond? Snorlax avoid, so... Getting a little taste of their own medicine right there with missing it. That does nothing. Wow, that does nothing. So, I'm kind of I think the dimensions twist back to normal, yeah. So, I'm going to taunt this right here. I don't care if he takes me out. I'm going to return the Feeny. Hope that we hit. Hope that we don't get another accuracy drop. Taunt. Okay, great. Feeny's going to use Muddy Water. Our Snorlax will be faster than the Ferrothorn. Please, can we hit? Please, can we hit? Please, can we hit? Another accuracy drop. Please don't give me another accuracy drop. Can we hit? We hit. Feeny's going to go down right here. And the Ferrothorn is taunted, so it can't go for another Leech Seed. Power Whip. And to the Snorlax. And he the Snorlax avoids. So I guess it's going both ways here right now. Before, when I was playing and I was getting completely hexed out, it was not going both ways. So I'm just going to go for another Destiny Bond, and I'm going to go for a Recycle, kind of dragging this one out, but he has to go for attacks now since I had taunted him. And he should be going for attacks into the Snorlax to avoid the Destiny Bond, but there's really no way around it because it's a 2v4 right now. He's eventually going to have to take out my Mimikyu, and I'm just going to continuously keep Destiny Bonding. And if he doesn't want to take out my Mimikyu, and then, you know, my Snorlax eventually goes down, I'm just going to bring in my Counter Up, and then I'm just going to go for a Heat Wave. Going to Recycle. Going to get all of that tasty health back up. This is going to be probably like a long, drawn-out latter portion of the game. He's going to go for a Gyro Ball. Is it going to be... Okay, it's going to be in the Snorlax. It's not going to do much. It's not going to do much, and now I can actually just go for a high horsepower. And another Destiny Bond. I know it's kind of silly. And then I'm going to go for the high horsepower right now because even with Leech Seed, Gyro Ball, it's not going to be doing too much. I forgot about that mechanic, and the high horsepower actually does miss. This is pretty frustrating right now because this game should be well over, and I forgot that you can't continuously go for Destiny Bond in a row. It does have a chance to fail, just like Protect. And I'm going to go for another Recycle because I can't risk missing another high horsepower, him hitting a Power Whip and then Leech Seed damage, and he avoids again. The thing is, I can't switch into my camera up because it'll just die to Toxic, even if the Ferrothorn doesn't hit it. And I don't want to screw that one up because then I could just get into Ferrothorn for free, although he can Protect. Alright, I think I'm just going to go for another Recycle. Just continuously keep going for Recycles right here. He's not going to attack the Mimikyu, because then I could just go for another Destiny Bond. I'm starting to get sick and tired of what he's doing right here. And I'm just going to bring in my Staraptor, go for another Recycle. This is getting really drawn out, because I'd probably be inclined to go for a Destiny Bond right here. He's not going to go for the attack in the Mimikyu. I'm going to get my Staraptor. I'm also going to get Intimidate on him, so even a crit won't be able to take my Snorlax out. I get a Recycle off, get some nice health back. He could also Leech Seed the Mimikyu, but I'd also be going for a Final Gambit, even if he Protects again. And I could just continuously keep going for Recycles on his Protect. Yeah, he's going to go for a Leech Seed. So now he's going to Protect. So, don't know what my opponent's playing for. He's probably playing for the timer. But I'm just going to go for a Final Gambit. I'm going to go for another Recycle because his play is to Protect right here. Yep. Going to get my Berry back, and then I go for a high horsepower. I might even go for a return, but I think I'm just going to go for the high horsepower, and if I miss the high horsepower, I'm just going to go for the frickin' return. Alrighty. So we have... No, I don't even have to go for a high horsepower. What am I thinking? Because I go for the Final Gambit, bring him down 140 HP, and then I go for the follow-up return, and that will definitely be able to take him out. He's gonna... I was gonna say, he probably is gonna Protect again, but is he finally going to let me win now? There goes our 4-0. Thanks. And that's the game. So, drawn out there at the end, that was completely unnecessary, so hopefully you all got some good information out of that. You don't want to stall a 4v1 out when you have a Ferrothorn, and you can easily just lose. So, good game, I guess, to my opponent. Thanks for finally letting me win. Anyway, I'm just going to call it right there. We're at about 25 minutes. I've got 2 good games in here, 2 more wins, so hopefully in the next episode we can get 2 more wins and keep trucking along. So, I will catch you all in the next episode. Leave some suggestions for teams that you possibly want to see me use next week down below. I'd really appreciate any feedback also. And even if I have to use QR code teams, I'll do it because I want to try different cores other than this devastating, overpowered, broken, not good core. I'm thinking like Rain with Mega Swampert. So if you have like Rain with Mega Swampert teams, suggestions, leave them down below. Anyway, I'll catch you all guys later. Have a great night. Peace.